Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Nvidia, AMD, Tesla, and MU. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like my videos, go to my website, sign up, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders looking for a new broker, check out venomtrading.com/promo/StockBookie. Alright guys, let's get into Nvidia. Daily chart, 29 cents up today, only 10 million on this half day, and what were we up? 0.20% green on the day. Pretty much flat for the most part, guys. We had a nice beat down on earnings. It is holding the 146.75 area and the blue line, which is the 750 retrace here. Closed right on top of that line, so that's something you got to watch for. Next area of support will be 133.90. If that cracks, look out below, guys. We're going to go start filling gaps and stuff like that. We'll show that on the weekly chart. For the bulls, you got to get above this. Well, you got to stay above this area, and you got to start grinding, guys. You got gap fill. You got the 618 or 382 going up. You got that low pivot right here, and then also you have the gap fill and the 20 MA, and you're in a weak stance underneath the moving averages. You are a little bit stretched from them, so it could possibly, maybe a short-term retrace like what we've been getting. Basically, retrace down, blah blah blah, same old stuff. Do we go back up? Let's see. 20, 50, 200. We'll see what it gives us next week. Watch the volume too. Look at the big volume in the last couple of days, a dumping on earnings, and then today it just dried up on this half day. Let's go to the weekly. Weekly, there's your support right there at 146.75. If you go back, you even have a little gap fill and a little pivot down here, which we have touched. I still think we're going to 120, 115, and if that area gives, we're going to be underneath under 100 in no time, guys. Market sell-off, we could possibly go lower on Nvidia. Higher prices, this thing's got to turn around. I'd like to see an engulfing candle and then come back and fill the gap and close above the 165 area on Nvidia, and then we'll go from there. Volume was okay. It was a half day, so it was really hard to say. Next week we'll give us some more pieces of the puzzle, and we'll see what we get next week, guys. Slow and steady in these markets, small positions right now. All right, let's go into AMD. So AMD is holding this 50% retrace. Let's go to the daily first. We did have 54 million on the day, 65 cents up, so it caught a nice little bid, guys, but still down, still sideways, still just chopping in a channel. We do have a upsloping trend line right here, and not too much here. I mean, if you wanted to, you could connect the low on this bar right here and go through this if you wanted to do that. So you kind of have a pennant, but really it's going up, down to the lows, and let's see if we go back up to the highs. And do we stall here? Do we get above it? That'd be slightly bullish. Fill the gap. We got to get above the gap fill and start making a charge for here. If you get above 25, then higher prices. If this thing breaks down, gets below the 20 and these little pivots here, then we're going lower. There's still a gap fill down here. We just missed. I wish we would have hit it. Still there though. And then a little pivot around 1567. And the end of the day, going to the weekly. Oops, going to the weekly, I said. Weekly will be $9.12, or wherever the 200. It'll probably be around 10. But the markets give it up. Markets start to crater. They start to in correction territory, correction mode. This can easily go right back down to these lows. So just that's something to watch as well. Then you have a pretty good pivot from these highs. If you want to play it, I don't like when it goes through price action and stuff, but it's something that held it down. That could be something that could be support now. So just something to have there when we start getting towards this $12 area and 10. Gosh, guys, we just pulled back from 34 to 18. Who say we can't go 18 to 10? So again, inside bar, bearish pattern below the 20, holding the 50, still in a little bit bearish stance, but in a bullish inside bar on the weekly. So watch for that. We'll see where the weekly closes. Basically, got to get above 22, 23, then slightly bullish. You fall below 16 bucks, and it's going to be more on the bearish side. That's the bottom line, guys. Tesla here. Let's go daily. Down $12.36, down a little bit after hours. 4 million shares traded on the day and 3.65% down on the day. The world's greatest trading vehicle, guys. That's what this is. Once we broke this little guy here, this red bar, close below. We're not on yet. We're still kind of in a channel. You know, the channel high would be up in here. The channel low would be somewhere around 330. We did close below it. This is the weekly chart though. Monday, who say we can't just turn around and bounce right back into this area? Bullish pattern. We get back above the 20. Did we fill it? Nope. And fill this gap and get above 341.90. So let's say 342. Start making a run again. Then yeah, we could possibly go back up in this area. Okay. If we do, we'll go short again and hopefully play it off this candle here. Also, if we start going down, here's some levels of support, which are at 311.23 or the 200 moving average, or 306.28, which is the 50 moving average. So red one 200, orange one 50. So we are below this. We got to see the next pivot here as well, around 322.49, and then 320. This is a level here at 316, you know, and then big, you know, if it starts getting here, this will be interesting. If it goes through there like it doesn't even exist, then you're looking for gap fill down here at 288. You stop at 300, but ultimately there, and then if it overshoots 288, this is one that moves up 100, down 100, up 100, down 100. Just have to catch it, guys. The world's greatest trading vehicle. Do you think Elon's holding on? I wonder if he could short. And if he can he? Does he have to? Well, not if he's not if his buddy's shorting for him, you know, because man, so too many big moves in this stock not to make money. Could you imagine if you had a couple million, you know, million shares up or down? You're getting $100 moves. That's 100 million each time. 50 million even. Holy crap! If you had the money to do this, so gap fills. But anyways, guys, gap fill, never gotten to this gap fill up here. Almost, guys, but it almost even did the tip of this candle too. This one here, almost got to the gap fill, and then little tail, boom, boom. So this here usually shows more selling. Unless the markets are green, we might get a bounce. Markets are selling Monday. I think we could get to into the 320. Well, that's fine. No, we could get into 311, 306 area. And that's where we'll take off the rest, because here's a pretty good area where it broke out. This could bounce, and then maybe the Christmas rally, who knows. We're gonna see. We're gonna try to pick this off if we get one, guys. That's what we're trying to do here at StockBookie.com. So, but anyways, yeah, so down in here, you know, I'm just really looking at this. This is the first time I looked at it today, intraday, but first time looking at it after hours. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at. Weekly chart. I mean, you know, you got the same support as the daily chart right in here, and then you got the 200 down here. It's going to go to the 200, guys, 266. Every time it goes to 200, go straight up. Every time it goes to 200, go straight up. This one was a little bit high, so it hasn't touched it, so you knew this thing was chopping around. Eventually, it's going to hit this thing. And then it went straight up, retraced straight up, straight down again. That was only a couple months. You know, that wasn't that big of a deal. You know, you take it long, get that 50 point move. Wait for a little bit higher, short it. Get the 50-point move down. Get out. Look at that. This one popped up and gave it to you again. Short it again. Boom, out. And this one came up. What do? Short it again. And then we've sold half of our short, and then we're looking. Well, if we get down at the 312, 310 area, we'll probably just take off a quarter, a half of the half, and then hold a quarter position. Maybe we get to 300. We shorted this one from about 358, 358.50, right in that area. We added twice. We bought once, or shorted once, and shorted again when we had that pop. And our average was right around 358, 359. So we got out of half, and boom, again, here we go again. So if someone's telling you different, that I'm getting killed in this trade, now I sold half already, or covered half, guys. Right, and now we're definitely in the driver's seat from 358. It's all documented, guys, all documented. All right, let's go into MU. And MU just can't get out of its own way either. This is another one I get a lot of emails about. StockBookie, what do you think about this? So, well, here's the video, guys. Weekly, I mean, it's still made the high, lower high, downward trend. We're below all the MAs now. See how we're in an upper trend, how the 200 was below everything? Now the 200 is above everything, and this is down. So it's trying to make a bottom, though. Big area is that $34 area. And then going up would be about 41.66. So now you're kind of in a channel. And let's see what breaks. If we hit the bottom again, I think it could bounce one more time, maybe the Christmas rally. But man, with this down and setting it, they're all setting up to go lower. And it's going to be an interesting week next week. Does the volume disappear and everything floats? And this one wasn't too bad. We had what today? 11 million. I mean, a half day. So, I mean, yesterday was pretty pathetic too. But it's holding down here. You know, not a bad bounce, but you know, great again. Retraces and then comes right back in. And it doesn't even take out these highs. Comes short term, boom, right back down below the MAs, weak stance, and in a bearish position, guys. Same with this weekly chart. I mean, now we're down here. It's crazy, these short term retraces. But I'm going to take this retrace off here. I'm going to put this one in here. And guys, don't forget about my live sessions. Come to those. Those are fun. We've been going through over a lot of stocks. We've been putting a couple positions out there. And just having fun, guys. Going over technicals, showing people what I'm looking for. Stuff like that. Check out my live sessions. Pretty much every day, intraday. Follow me at StockTwits or subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as soon as I go live, I guess it goes on. And then you get the email. Put alerts on too. As soon as I go on, boom, you get the email. And I'm going live, guys. Looking for trades, scanning for trades. Helping people out, long or short, telling people, you know, resistance levels, support levels, all that good stuff, guys. All right, so weekly chart though, MU chopping around down here below the MA, still holding the 200. I still think we're going to 28, then possibly 27.05. So this is setting up for more downside. As long as the 20 MA keeps curling into price, that eventually, if it is down here in the lower range and this curls into price, that's probably telling you lower prices to come. If this retraces back up here, then you're possibly looking for some resistance for some short areas. I see a couple. If this thing retraces up, we'll be looking to short this thing again. So that's how we're playing MU, guys. We were short here, we were short there, and that's how you play this thing, guys. You know, it's another great trading vehicle, just like Tesla, just like all the ones I just showed you, except for Nvidia. They're just slamming that thing. You know, margin calls are going to send that thing lower. Because today they didn't really give it any hope. A little bit in the beginning and then it just faded. And if we get more down, I'm telling you guys, more downside in these markets, more pain we're going to feel on all these other stocks. That's just the way it works. Everything's a market trade right now. All right, guys, that's it for these four. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And go to StockBookie.com. It's $30 a month. You'll learn technicals like this, and you'll actually be in some of these trades, hopefully making money. And lately, we've been just killing it. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by, watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.